All right, big news today, of course, Ripple has a banking license. Everybody's been waiting for this. It happened, and it happened during Breakpoint, which happened with new announcements. Just to dive into all of this, Ripple announced over here on the block, Ripple, Circle, and BitGo have secured their conditional approval for a banking charter. And this is what everybody's been waiting for, along with others starting to pile in on this. Fidelity Digital, Paxos also have won conditional regulatory approvals that would clear the path for these crypto firms to operate as a federally regulated bank in the United States. Let me repeat that again, guys. That is a federally regulated bank here in the U.S. Ripple will be the head of this because it is one of those outside of Paxos that has its own stablecoin. So be on the lookout. The question is now, who actually launches first? What is it going to look like? How quickly will Brad Garlinghouse and others start to announce what are next steps going forward? Over at the Solana event, Ripple also got some headlines by, guess what, XRP now coming to Solana, and there's a few things you can do, included by earning yield, all sorts of activities as well as buying stocks, RWAs, yield-bearing tokens. Prediction markets are going to be coming live. This is pretty big because we could see a lot of people starting to look at Solana as a new opportunity to put your XRP to work without the risk of bridging. And that's the big key that this announcement kind of focuses on. I know many of you guys are probably using Flare networks and things of that nature to earn yield on many of your things with Flare F assets, but this will create more of a competitive landscape for sure. I want to go to the first clip over at the Solana event. This was all about what was happening with Firedancer, because everybody wants to know, right? We'll take a look.
Firedancer. It's been hiding in plain sight, producing full blocks on mainnet in October, and nobody noticed.
It's running live, highly staked, and on mainnet. A little bit of a secret, but we'll reveal it to you. This is Firedancer too. People kind of think there's going to be this big bang moment with Firedancer where one day it's not deployed, the next day it is. And reality is like kind of nuanced.
All that news that is released over at Breakpoint and not much action on price right now with Solana. I think they did not do themselves any favors on the way they released the content out there. And I don't understand why. This is kind of an interesting situation that's brewing over there. Solana also, their uptime has improved this year. They had a clip talking about that.
Let's go ahead and start with resiliency. That's a lot of green. Almost 2 years of solid green.
All right, of course, uptime there, if you look at that, good for Solana. I'm glad to hear that. We haven't seen as much where we are trading right now, price action since then, but that's a situation I think that bears into the regular market overall. Now, the other thing that played out at this event is the Solana DEX trading fees are now showing off against Coinbase. Take a look.
The goal was to make on-chain trading competitive with centralized exchange trading. And it turns out we're actually already there. The same trade on Coinbase costs 12 basis points plus exchange fees. The same trade on Binance costs 5 basis points plus exchange fees. I'm excited to finally announce what we've been working on in 2025. What we've done for the Solana spot markets, we're now doing for derivatives. This number is 3 to 5 basis points on centralized exchanges, and our goal is to bring that all the way down.
All right, well, that's a good news item because I think fees are going to be the thing that create maybe the next generation of investors, especially around when they start doing some comparison, because I know a lot of you guys do that right now. Remember, we had an interview on the show here with the XStocks guy, and he revealed a lot around what would be happening within the Solana ecosystem. Well, they announced some pretty major news over at the event. This, of course, was a massive update on XStocks. Take a look.
We are doubling down on our partnership with the wallet inside Telegram, and we believe this can change their life. The first thing I want to announce is that as of today, we're launching XBridge, which is our bridge for XStocks to move between chains. The second example that I have here that is actually launching today is Lore Mag 7, The last thing I want to share today and announce is export. Until today, issuance and redemption of X stocks was only against stable coins or fiat. Together with Alpaca, we created a feature which we call export, where big players, our clients, institutions, can actually send us shares in kind, and we give them X stocks and vice versa for redemption.
Obviously, from that news, cross-chain is going to be one of the biggest things. This will be on ETH, AVAX, etc. The other thing is this is going to be able to now invest in portfolios and baskets. So this is a big deal, I think, overall for X stocks. So kudos to them. Let me go to another clip real quick, because this is getting into a lot of other things around wallets. And Ledger made an announcement over at this event as well. Take a look.
Why are we here? Because we love Solana. And I want to talk specifically about what Ledger is doing in the Solana ecosystem today. So announcing the Solana edition Ledger Flex. This is the Ledger recovery key. This is another secure chip inside this little piece of plastic. Let's talk about what we've done with Solana this year. The biggest thing is supporting SPL. I was going to add one more thing. Okay, I understand what happened. I'm also going to announce we're announcing today also a Bonk edition Ledger device.
Well, 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 the Ledger boys have struck out again, and they did it on stage at Breakpoint, so kudos to you guys. Let's go to Solflare. Maybe they had something good to say about revealing how to really use assets and wallets. Take a look.
When a safe crypto journey starts at $150, countless people are shut out before they can even begin. And that's why I can present to you the Solflare Shield. As it works exclusively with Solflare, an offline chip, there are no screens, no cables, no Bluetooth, no batteries. And all of that starts at $49. For $69, you get 2 shields. If you pre-order in the next 2 weeks, you'll also get an awesome promo deal.
All right, so the good thing is that, well, Tangem has already done this, multi-chain. They have won this game already. This, of course, you can go out there and get a 10% off right there. And, of course, it's even a little bit more. If you go to the 2-card set, you can get it for $49, and that's pretty much all the time. What I would do, though, is get the second set for 50% off. Also, get the 3-card set if you want to really start to do some things in self-custody. And the cool thing there, it's on Solana, Ethereum. You can hold your XRP there. It is the way to do self-custody. So sad to see that they have not really kind of capitalized on all of that. Let me go to another clip. And this, of course, is Phantom and Kalshi partnering up. Take a look.
Today, I'm excited to announce that starting next week, we're rolling out prediction markets natively within Phantom in partnership with Kalshi and DFlow, chat with other traders live, and 3, use any Solana token to trade, so no depositing required. So you can trade with Sol, USDC, Cash, or maybe even the leftover fart coin that you have from earlier this year.
I don't know who's going to win this. I mean, you've got Polymarket entering the US, you've got Coinbase now entering the prediction markets. You've got all of this happening within the Solana ecosystem. There's going to be some casualties. Let me know in the comments, who do you think are going to win this predictive market side of things? Let me jump over to another one, because this is one that's close to me, and that is the use of gift cards. And the reason I say that is because it's retail. Retail will utilize gift cards in a big way. Well, the way that blockchain is doing this is a thing called smart cards. Take a look at what was revealed.
I think we finally cracked it. And that's why we're going big today with Solana to launch smart cards. They're programmatic by design, such as weather, scores, events. So when we're working with brands like AMC Theaters, and it happens to rain in a city like Miami, where I'm from, AMC Theaters can programmatically offer 50% discounts to the theaters to get people to go to the movies. And the good news is we're live. That number will scale to millions as we continue to bring more retailers into our platform. Brands such as Best Buy or Darden Restaurant Group or CVS, just to name a few. And there's a token that's coming in the first half of next year.
All right, so good news there. I think this will benefit the gift card industry as we start to see a lot of migration for retail into blockchain. And I can only imagine the amount of opportunity this is going to be. Weather is a big factor in a lot of retail businesses. The fact that they can go into that and create a connection into the blockchain is pretty cool. Other things that happen, which is very important, and that is the idea of on-ramps and off-ramps. This, of course, is a glimpse into the future of what this might look like down the road. Take a look.
I'm going to show you a personal banking screen. It'll work for both corporate and personal banking when we launch. You can see your available balance. Click mint and redeem, one click. Very easy. Brings us over here. We can choose to mint or redeem, one click. There we go. We're up to 2 clicks now. And then we select a network. So you select Solana, and then you go and select a wallet. We're going to mint directly into a DeFi wallet. And then, obviously, you have to confirm the selection. Last bit, enter the amount that you want. It's personal banking. We'll go with 10,000 for right now. You can see USDC. You could also mint USDT. You could also, we'll also be releasing other stable coins in the very near term. So select mint now. It just takes a couple seconds. Done. Confirmation's there. You can click confirm. And when you click confirm, it opens up the DeFi wallet on your phone so you can see the balance in the other location. There we go. Balance has been adjusted in the bank. 5 clicks, 1 entry point. There we are.
That is something I think that you need to pay attention to in the banking ecosystem. We are going to see so many new financial instruments here in the next 18 months. It is going to be unreal. It's just like at the top of the show when we talked about Ripple getting their banking license. What is going to come out of that in terms of innovative models for you as a consumer, as a business, to be able to really start utilizing blockchain in banking and getting past all of the gatekeepers that have pretty much held us hostage for so long in the past. Let me go to another clip. This, of course, is the award for the most announcements, I feel like, and that was Jupiter. Take a look.
Today, I'm incredibly excited to announce that Jupiter Lend is officially coming out of beta. Jupiter Lend is now open source as well. Today, we are launching Jupiter Terminal. As of today, we are launching my favorite feature, wallet tracking. We are officially launching the Jupiter Developer Platform. And today, I'm excited to announce JupUSD will be launching late next week, and then a third use case is going to go live in Q1 of next year. This one is going to be really fun. I'm thrilled to announce that Jupiter has acquired RainFi as of just now. Yeah, shout out to RainFi. And together with them, we're going to be building towards a future where there's a money market for every asset, where every meme coin, every RWA, and every commodity can actually earn yield as well. And it's going to be launching in Q1 of next year. Today, we are also launching the Jupiter Rewards Hub, a $1 million prize pool for the Rewards Hub. Anyone who trades on terminal, who trades on mobile or the wallet will be eligible to get a piece of this prize pool. Thanks.
All right, so a lot of announcements there by Jupiter as they continue to dominate the Solana ecosystem out there. Let's go into this next clip, which breaks into leverage in the Solana ecosystem without the chaos. Take a look.
Right now, you really have 2 options. Option 1, you can go full degen mode. It's perps, it's margin, there's liquidation risk. It's fun until it isn't. Option 2 is just hold spot. We really need a third path. Leverage that feels like holding spot, the conviction without chaos. And these are turbo tokens. Turbo tokens are leverage exposure packaged into a single token. You're not managing a position, you're holding an asset. But it performs like leverage. They have dynamic leverage range, so tokens like these in the past have been pegged to a 3x or a 4x or a 2x, whatever that is. It has built-in risk management and monitoring. You're protected against liquidation on these things. It really says, hey, there's no chaos. There's no babysitting this position anymore. It feels like spot, but performs like leverage.
That's a cool feature. It'll be good if they can implement this across some other ecosystems. And I think if that becomes, kind of a model going forward, this could be very positive for trading, for sure. Let me go to another clip, because this gets into gold. This redemption network around Solana being involved in this, because this could change how you go out and buy gold and earn yield on gold. So take a look.
Oro is introducing that redemption network, allowing you to redeem for your gold tokens across multiple locations globally. We're starting with more than 5 locations, and aim to expand this over time to tap into multiple institutional gold hubs around the world. So pretty simple. Choose the locations that you want to redeem in, and this is all processed on chain. Today, we are introducing the first yield primitive for gold ever. This will be live on Solana within the next few weeks. The starting yield is at 3%, but we expect this to grow as on-chain markets and yield markets around the base gold token grow.
All right, so this could be good for gold well, it will be good for gold in general. This will also, I think, entice maybe new investors in gold, but I think what you're also going to do here is create a little bit of competition, because I imagine Tether and others, Paxos probably, that could eventually get to this scale. And of course, their distribution is pretty significant around gold as a whole. So it'll be good to see if these guys can grow and get distribution going forward. Galaxy Digital has become the biggest Solana maxi out there on Wall Street. Take a look at what they had to say.
Galaxy Digital is on the NASDAQ. We went to the SEC and we said we are tokenizing these securities. And where did we do it? We did it on Solana. We are also working with State Street on a tokenized money market fund. We are also going to be building a prime brokerage on chain. We are one of the largest 00 switch operators. This right here is so important. And that is just one of many things that we are going to be doing. That's issue shares in exchange for cash. What if we could issue shares on chain in exchange for SOL? How much more efficient would that be? Well, what about on chain token offerings? Galaxy and Jump are going to be launching a prop AMM. On chain prices are better than Binance prices. It's a massive success. We want Solana to be so dominant, to have such good prices, that when you look at the NASDAQ price for Forward Industries and you look at the Solana price for Forward Industries, you want to buy on Solana. That is the end state. Young people are struggling. If we don't succeed at that, the future for young people is going to be very bleak. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Well, one thing I like here is the excitement. This guy is pumped up about this advancement. Of course, Galaxy Digital is a major player on Wall Street. The fact that they're trying to reformat a lot of how this will save people money in the future, that's a good thing. I think this is very nice, as we move forward. Matt Hogan was also there talking about how Wall Street values Solana today. Take a look.
This is a study we do every year. How do they want to invest in crypto? Every single year, it's ETFs at about a 70% rate. Again, you may wonder why. They work about 55 hours a week. They spend 5 hours of that on investment management. Their average allocation to crypto might be 1% of their portfolio. That means each week they spend 3 minutes studying and thinking about the crypto market. That is actually how the numbers knit out.
These metrics look pretty good. If you compare them to like an Uber and Airbnb, these public companies, these are all pretty solid metrics. If we assume Solana gets 5% of the entire tokenization market in 2030, which is BCG forecasts basically 9 trillion of assets, that's 450 billion of AUM that moves on chain. With a 50 times price to earnings multiple, you can get to $1 trillion market cap and a $1,000 token. This is what Wall Street wants.
All right, well, I like the aggressive nature of how Solana is announcing all these things over a Breakpoint, and the fact that it has such a variety and dive-ins in different categories within blockchain across Wall Street, traditional finance. This is all good news. I'm surprised we have not seen more out there on social really kind of touting this stuff. And I know our team had to go through literally, I think it was like 30 hours of scrubbing video just to get to these kind of clips for you guys. Hopefully you appreciate that. Drop some comments down below. Make sure and hit the Solana Foundation. Let them know that we put out the first big recap out there, and subscribe to the show right now. If you're not in the Barron Market Edge, you should be. It's a free member group that you guys can join. All you have to do is hit the link down below and get going. Follow me on X. It's @Paul Barron. We'll catch you next time right here on The Paul Barron Show.